welcome to the Rocks Talk Show. I'm Roxanne Wilson. It's good to see you from my parents' basement again. I thought that today would be the day that I would be in my new home and get a little better camera and all the things. Let's just take it one day at a time. I was thinking yesterday when I finished and wrapped up the episode and posted, I'm like, I should have called it done is better than perfect because it is definitely a reminder that you do the thing, right? And as you do the thing, you let all the things happen as they're going to happen and not stop just because it's not perfect. Although I have to say, the fact that I am holding my microphone means that there's at least one thing my radio days have taught me. Like, good audio is so important. So you can close your eyes if the blurriness is not helping. It'll come soon. So how are y'all doing? How was the day one of 2024? I spent the day I spent the day on the couch and around the couch watching football. So got up early because I just always do. But then it was all about like football, football, football. And since I am a Michigan grad, I went to law school at the University of Michigan. This was uber duper important to me. Also, like the Rose Bowl is something that I typically am at right now. So it was it's totally like serendipitous and bittersweet all at the same time. Since 2016, I've gone to every single Rose Bowl except one, and I guess now two, and has made a whole event of it. So to watch the Rose Bowl, like the parade and all the things, I'm like, oh, you're actually there. And my team, Michigan, was finally in the Rose Bowl. They weren't in the Rose Bowl any of the years that I went. So it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm missing it. And they won. And they won. Oh my goodness. Y'all, when I found out that we're going to be playing Alabama, I was not the happiest camper because Alabama has a way, especially in the playoffs, or I guess not the playoffs, well, it's playoff in the semifinal games to just pull one out of it. At the end of the season, they were able to pull it out of their arses and make something happen. And I thought, oh my goodness, we've gone to semifinal game 2 years in a row and we've lost. I'm like, we need to win. It's been a hard year to be a Michigan fan, just with all of the drama and all the things. But I am a Harbaugh fan. I'll just let you know, and I'm a Michigan fan, tried and true. And so I thought, oh my goodness, the committee must be against us. I mean, Michigan against everybody versus everybody, right? And I thought, oh, they put Alabama in. Alabama's number four, playing the number one Michigan. This is Nick Saban's going to find a way to pull it out of his hat. I mean, most people thought that Alabama was winning for sure. I kept the positive up. And even when it looked grim, Scott was like, "Uh-oh, y'all are shit in the bed." That's what he said. And I said to him, because he is from Boston, I said, "Do you remember that Super Bowl?" I don't remember what year it was. I said, when the Patriots were losing by a lot and you were all bummed and you thought it was over. And I was the one sitting next to you on the couch going, "It's not over till it's over." And they came back from, I don't know, 30 points or something, and pulled a Tom Brady. So I'm like, we're going to pull a Tom Brady. And we did, which, P.S. And by the way, fun fact, Tom Brady is from Michigan. So there it is. And we won. So I am so excited. A week from now in Houston, we have our chance. If you don't love football, what did you do yesterday? If football wasn't your thing, because that game was like at 5 p.m. technically Eastern time. And then the second semifinal game was 8:45 Eastern time. I was like, Eastern time? The game is played in Central time, but Eastern time. People didn't leave that stadium until probably about 11 o'clock Central, or don't actually later than that, like almost 12 o'clock. I'm like, that is a late game. That one was in New Orleans. It was the Sugar Bowl. But man, it actually made me think that there shouldn't be work on the second. People have to work on the second. That's not even fair, because it's almost like having to work the day after the Super Bowl. Like, that should be a national holiday, unofficial, official, whatever it is. Because if you watch football, or you were around people who watch football, you didn't get much. You were tired by the end of you want to know the outcome and you were tired. And today is going to be like unproductive in so many different ways. I'm like, I don't know why we start, but it goes back to what I said yesterday. The world, like, if you're thinking, oh my goodness, I need to get my button gear for 2024, that really doesn't happen till like the 8th. It really doesn't. And for me, because I'll be watching another game on Monday, watching Michigan play Washington. I don't know if it's gonna start till the 9th. Find me on the 9th because I won't be around on the 8th. So wild. Anyway, if you didn't watch football, like I said, I'd love to know what you did. I hope we had a good time just soaking it in. I'm in Arizona now, that's where we live now. The most beautiful sunset. Oh my goodness. It's one of the things about Arizona. Arizona has these purple and orange and pink sunsets like no other. It ruins you, in fact, because when you see them, there is no other sunset on the planet that's like it. But how did your day end? How did it feel? Um, what did you make of it? And if you're like, absolutely nothing, that's okay too. Take your time. It's all good. I have not worked out yet. And typically, I was a instructor for 15 years and we do a big work huff. And we would just do like the New Year's, you'd work out. And even when I was back in California, well, no, I wouldn't work out. Actually, thinking about it, I was at the Rose Bowl. There was no working out, but walking all day long and being on your feet, going to the Rose Bowl game and the tailgate and the park, like you got your workout today. Yesterday I did nothing. I was like, okay, I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm gonna be exploring gyms. I'm a Lifetime is the last gym I am a member of it currently. So there's a lot of Lifetimes in Arizona, and we're gonna explore the ones nearby and the ones a little further away, figure out what is right for us. But honestly, today my goal is to make some progress in the house. So we are going to go over there a little bit later, and our Wi-Fi. Can is there life without Wi-Fi? I mean, there's life without cable, but I don't think there's life without Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi company is coming this morning, and I cannot wait. Then we can like have a working home. So that's going to feel pretty good. Scott works today. I don't work today. So my goal is to get the kitchen done. I would have thought, oh, I have a whole day. I'm going to get the whole downstairs done. Or I'm going to get everything upstairs. But I said to myself yesterday, and this is progress for me. This might be 2024 progress. I said, you know what, Roxanne, make a goal that you can achieve at a good pace and not be stressed out. And I said, okay, I want to finish the kitchen today. So the goal for today is that by the end of the like when sun is going down or whatever, the kitchen is done. I'll keep you posted on that. I already a few days ago when we were over there, I already like cleaned things out, and I unpacked maybe one box and put it in the dishwasher. So that one is set, but like just deciding where I want everything, that's a big decision. Have you ever thought about that? When is the last time you were in your kitchen and you decided what was going where or you reorganized it? Those are decisions because those are the drawers you go to. Like, where do you want your silverware? Things like that totally matter. So I'm super excited about working on that. Tell you what, when I'm done, I will put a picture up. I'll put something up on my Instagram at Rocks Talk so you can see. Maybe you see the before, which is just a disaster. But by the end of the day, it's gonna be done. If I get something else done today in the house, that's great. But that's not the goal. Simple goals. What simple goal can you add? Like, I'm sure there's something you want to accomplish today or this week. And I think what's interesting is we always set goals for ourselves that are like massive. Even if it's in your business, like I'm going to accomplish XYZ. And it's like, why don't we take that? And I know that the whole house needs to get done, just the unpacking phase. And there's all sorts of things we want to do the house. I know that it has to happen. But why not start with let my achievement is one thing for today? I know that's going to make me feel so much better, especially when you think about a move. I think it's a good analogy to life because a move can be stressful, right? There's a lot of stress, even if everything goes beautifully, there's stress attached to that. And there's boxes. You don't know where things are. You should have seen us trying to get dressed for New Year's Eve. My goodness. We went to the Chandler Center of the Arts, had a best of Broadway. We went, it was awesome. It was great to just hear like all the best Broadway songs for the ages, but we couldn't find our clothes, which we'd packed probably. I couldn't remember what things were. I couldn't find my shoes. It can be stressful. So when I think about, we did find them eventually, but it was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna make it. And so I think about that. I'm like, my one goal is the kitchen. And I told Scott, I informed him that that is my goal. So he knows that that's my goal as well too. And so we're gonna both feel pretty accomplished if that one thing is done. Fun times. One other thing I want to mention a little tidbit that in moving I have been doing, which I'm like, oh, why didn't I ever do this where I lived before? Because while I grew up in Chandler, Chandler is my hometown. Wasn't born there, but I grew up there. Um, it's changed a lot. I left when I was 17. Y'all, I am 44. Okay. It's been a minute. I've come back, for some summers and things, but it's just different. And so I started exploring the gram. Can I just tell you, the gram is such a great, whether you use, I think it's probably the best place to just find out information about where you live. So like I'm following like Visit Chandler and City of Chandler and the Chandler Center of the Arts and all these things, and finding out what to do around and what's going on there. And the thing about where we live is it is the greater Phoenix area. So I could be doing just as much exploring in like Tempe or in Scottsdale or Phoenix. But I'm like, let me get to be the master of my city. I'm curious, how many of you follow your city or a account on social media that's about like visiting your city or the events in your city? You'd be amazed at what's going on. I learned so much about Chandler, and now I have a list of like the coffee shops I want to try, restaurants I want to try, different festivals. The farmers market is not far from us. I'm so excited to go to the farmers market. Things like that, if you just left it to chance to find out, it might take you longer than actually just taking a look at the information that's being mined easily. And what I like on in the internet, what I like about social media and what I like about Instagram is you get to see the pictures as well too, and you can explore different things in a really cool way. And I'm also making a list of places we want to visit in Arizona, because I'd like, once we get settled, to do like weekend trips around, because Arizona is just a beautiful, like beautiful, and just kind of check them out. So I'm curious if you've ever looked into following your city's pages on the gram. And I encourage you to like delve. You might discover some things about your city you didn't even know were there. So exciting. All right, that's all for today. Tomorrow there may be a different background, so make sure you check it out and watch it. By the way, I meant to mention, I want to thank you so much. So many of you watched. You guys watched the show yesterday. I'm so like that. Really, thank you. I'm humbled. Amazing. And if you want to know the alerts, because I don't have a specific like it's going to go live at this time yet. I'm not putting that pressure on myself to figure that out till I get my rhythm. But if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, YouTube will give you an alert, whether it be like an email or an alert on in your app that will let you know that there's a new episode. So just subscribe to this Rocks Talk Show channel and it will help you out. All right. Next tomorrow, we're going to delve into, because it'll be the day before the Golden Bachelor wedding, and delve into what's shaking bacon with that. But until then, and some other great things. But until then, go be great. Bye, everybody.